Good evening and welcome to the Final Word phone-in. The Christmas party, we're calling it tonight. We're having our Christmas party, me and Pards. With me, Majestic, alongside experienced Premier League manager, Mr. Pardew. We just have seen an entertaining encounter at Villa Park. How good are Villa? Aston Villa picking up a win against Man United to go 3 points off of table toppers Arsenal. But that's their 10th win in a row. Wow. Every week people go, well, we talk about the Villa. We're talking about the Villa tonight, Pards. And the Villa, up the Villa, they're doing great, mate. And it was thanks to a Morgan Rogers masterclass scoring a brilliant double. Villa fans, are you going to win the Premier League? That's all I want to hear from Villa fans. Are you going to win the Premier League? Because you know what? Why not? That's the question to you. Like Man United fans, it's normal Sunday drill for you. 1 point from 2 games this week. Are you happy with the project? Still trusting in the process as well? 03717223344. That's the number to call us right now. Later in the show, we'll be discussing all of Saturday's games that affected the top and bottom of the Premier League table. And seeing though it's our last show together of 2025, me and Pars will be looking back at some of our big moments of 2025. We're currently here at the 17th floor of the News UK building in London. It's wonderful. So if you're listening, you're like, I wonder what that looks like. You can now watch us on YouTube and on your smart TVs. We're all over. You can't miss us. talkSPORT is bigger and better than ever. It is Sunday night. We're feeling festive. It's the Imagine Pards Final Word Christmas Party. Wow. Mr. Rogers. Captain Rogers, I'm going to call him. He's unbelievable, Pards.
Yeah. You know, the scouting report at Man United would say, like, okay, when he gets it on that left-hand channel, do not let him come in and bend it with his right foot into the top corner.
Yeah.
Oh, no, let's do that. Let's let him do that twice. Having said that, still magnificent play from him and to manoeuvre the angles to get it just right. And then the execution of the shots. His audition for the number 10 role in the England team is complete.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask about that because so much talk about him. Is he a starter for England now?
Well, he's definitely pushing, isn't he? You know we got some great options there. Palmer's come back, isn't right up to speed yet, but and Bellingham is huffing and puffing out there in Madrid. But this boy at the moment is the man.
And I've got to talk about the gaffer as well. Emery came into an Aston Villa side that was fighting relegation. They're now at the top of the table and look like genuine title contenders. We're not just throwing it out there because we're looking at the last 10 games winning in a row, but we was watching it backstage there, in the green room, and we was like, hang about, they're bringing on this player for that player. The squad, the strength and depth Aston Villa have is impressive.
Yeah, and they still might do some business. I think they got a bit of room from what I can understand. But what you got to admire is that they've got this ability to win games. There's games that they could have drawn, and lost the points. The 2 points here and there make a significant difference if you keep winning. And they're on such an unbelievable run, in the Champions League and this, in this competition. Fantastic.
Yeah. I personally think
Europa League, sorry.
I think it's really exciting for the Premier League to have someone like Villa just doing their thing. And, in a year, in a season where, they could be favourites for the Europa.
Yeah,
probably one of the better sides in the Europa League. Yep. Up the top end of the table, and they've got a manager, of course, who has he's used to success, particularly in Europe. So in the Europa League, you're sort of penciling them in as one of the favourites. But now, the position they've got themselves in the league. I mean, why not? Why can't they do it? We know Leicester have got it over the line some time ago, and you remember what Leicester had? They had a great goalkeeper. They did. A bit like what Villa got. Yeah, Villa do have a great goalkeeper. Yeah. And as well about Villa, which I really like, is the players, like a John McGinn, they've been there for a long time. Matty Cash, someone who puts his body on the line for the team. And they've got such a balance in their team, I think, of, superstars and people like, I said, John McGinn and Matty Cash. Tielemans. Yeah. Another great... Who's an outstanding footballer. He didn't know, he wasn't particularly brilliant technically today, but, it was the other side of the work that he had to do. He was defending well. He'd done his job. Got the 7 out of 10 that you always want from, and we know he can get 9s out of 10s, and that's what you need. They got match winners in that team all over the pitch. Yeah, absolutely. Man United, was the squad just too weak to compete? I don't know about weak to compete. I thought actually he set them up really well today. I thought he fought it out. Amorim, they was on the front foot. They had chances at the early start of the game, 2 or 3. Cunha I thought was terrific. I thought Mason Mount did well. I think they had some good performances today. There's nothing to be ashamed of in that performance. I still think
What I said at the very start of the season, defensively, they're not secure, and it cost them today.
And then in terms of the top end of the pitch for Man United, Šeško's top, goal shy.
Yeah.
Concern?
Well, it doesn't really get me off my seat. There's nothing about him that makes me go, wow. And that's what you want. When you pay that sort of money for a striker, you'd like to see a moment where you go, oof, and just sort of you knock your back a little bit and put you on the back foot. And that's what, I always used to say to my attackers and strikers, can you do something to actually put the opposition on the back foot? Can you scare them? And Cunha does that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And Fernandes, when they got it, they could bend it in. They can create a pass. I've not seen anything from Šeško that gives me that feeling.
Casemiro's got double the amount of goals. That's not what you really want to hear.
Not really, no. No, I mean, at the moment he's struggling to find his feet, but he's not the only one in the Premier League. Wirtz has just started to find a bit of form, hasn't he?
Yeah.
At Liverpool, but we've waited a long time for that as well.
Well, 03717 22 3344 is the number to call us as usual. Now, we want to hear from Aston Villa fans. As I said, normally every single week on our messages, I get, man, you're not talking about the Villa. Stop talking about the Spurs and let's talk about the Villa. And we are talking about the Villa. So, Villa fans, give me a call. My good friend Chris Lorenzo, big DJ, but
is
big
he?
Villa fan.
Oh.
So
and when we say big DJ, is he in your league? He's in Premier League?
He's Champions League.
Oof.
Champions League. He lives in America now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Loz.
Wow. Okay, nice. LA and Miami and all that.
Here's a little name drop for you. I've played football with him over Rod Stewart's house.
Oh, nice.
In LA.
Oh, nice.
That was good.
Yeah, that.
And both of us were like the horrible chavvy ones. Like, what are these two doing here?
All the smooth Americans and the lawyers and solicitors and.
He actually got banned from going.
Why?
Because he's just quite aggressive.
Scruffy.
Not scruffy, just aggressive in the challenge.
Oh, I see. Yeah, a little bit over enthusiastic.
Yeah, but he'll be happy with the Villa. Big shout out to Loz. If you are a Villa fan, give us a call, 03717 22 3344. Man United fans, I'm sure Jill will call us. Jill will be there.
She starts questioning some of the defending that went on today.
Are Man United in a better place than they were last season?
Yeah.
The table says they are.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
1 point out of 2 games this week, not good.
Listen, they're better, but they're not the Man United that we would, the world wants to see.
We'll go viral again.
Let's go down that road.
03717 22 3344. We're having our little Christmas party tonight, and you are welcome. You're invited. It's Magic
Bring your mince pies.
Bring your mince pies.
Bring your pulp.
Bring it all. Sunday night. the final word. It's our Christmas party, Pards. Hence the music. You like this Christmas banger?
I like Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Full stop. They always make you feel
They do make you
happier.
feel good, don't they?
Yeah. Lifts the spirit.
What's your favourite Christmas song?
Oh, I don't know. Mariah Carey's. I quite like
You
that.
like that one?
I like that
We'll
one.
make sure we get that on during the show.
Yeah, we like that. And obviously, I like a bit of Bing Crosby and Frank.
Do you know what? When I hear Nat King Cole, that's Christmas for me.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole. That voice.
Beautiful, velvety voice.
Velvety is the word
Velvety
indeed.
voice, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of Nat King Cole
Dad
during
was
the
a big
show.
fan of his. My dad, yeah.
I'm quite old, aren't I? I'm like,
old school.
Happy Christmas to you, lovely chaps.
And lovely ladies.
Well, no, this is to us.
Oh, to us. Sorry.
I really enjoy listening to you on a Sunday evening.
Nice.
I'm loving Pards' jumper. That's from Alison in Eastleigh. What's the wolf?
Yeah, it'd be Christmas. But I thought I'd be a little bit Christmassy. I don't like all that Christmas sort of nonsense jumpers that all the boys are wearing. You know, like a group of like 10 blokes with silly Christmas jumpers on. I don't know why they do that. But this jumper, I quite like. It's a bit Christmassy.
Is it Christmassy?
Well, wolves. You have them in the snow, don't you?
Okay.
They hunt in the snow.
I was like
They love a bit of Christmas.
It was like a Duran Duran link. Because I'm hungry like the wolf. Yeah. Happy Christmas. That's from Alison in Eastleigh. Happy Christmas, Alison. Have a wonderful
Alison?
time. Good evening, Imagine Alan. I hope you both are well, fellas. I'd like to make an official complaint.
Oh.
I have to wait too long until we see you both again. Have a great show, gents. That's from Al, the Arsenal fan.
Nice.
This is going to be, we'll see them in 2026.
Arsenal are all looking a bit nervous. The team, the manager, and the fans.
Yeah, well, it's
The Man
you've
City
got
charge.
here he comes, Ted. He's 2 weeks' wages the other week, did he? We had to put him on strike, didn't we? He's done well this week, though, Ted. So we are celebrating our little Christmas party tonight, and we're celebrating with you, Aston Villa fans, because you were absolutely phenomenal yet again against Manchester United at home, winning 2-1, and Morgan Rogers being the star of the show. Speaking of stars of the show, should we get a United fan on?
Come on. We love a United fan. Who we got?
We're one of our stars of the show,
Okay.
a regular.
Jill.
Let's get Jill on. How are you, Jill?
Good evening, Marge. Good evening, Pards. How are we doing this evening?
Well, do you know what? I'm great because I'm so uninvested in Tottenham Hotspur at the moment. I can just come here, enjoy the party's jumper and the mince pie, and just not be too annoyed because I've done all my being annoyed. So I can enjoy Aston Villa because they were bloody brilliant.
I get you. I wasn't. Mind you, I've got to say, I wasn't expecting a win today, to be quite honest. But I'm with Pards. What you were saying about Sesko as well. I'm a bit concerned about Sesko. I'm not sure about him, and also the midfield. I'm not sure about that as well. And Mainoo's not in the squad. What's that all about? You know?
Yeah, it's still a strange one, that, Jill, isn't it? All this tension around him, all the old players saying he should play and he should get a move, you should get away, blah, blah, blah. His brother with a jumper, this whole saga, and yet he still doesn't get on the pitch.
I don't understand it, especially with Bruno going off today. Who are we bringing on? You're looking at the bench, who we're going to bring on, and at the back as well. I'm still not sure. What do you think about Amorim, Pards? I'd love to ask you about that. I'm still 50-50, to be honest.
Well, I still think his hands are tied, really, because I just don't think at the back you're good enough. And I think you lack... If I was a midfield player for Man United, I'd be a bit nervous with the back three. I just don't feel it's set, and I thought both goals today could have been avoided. So that worries me. The goal is a junior goalie. I think he's got a great chance, Lemons. But the midfield today, Ugarte, he's never been for me. I don't think he's a Man United player. And there's just too many weaknesses, Jill, all through the team.
Yeah.
And when you look actually at your calendar year, I've got a league table of the calendar year. You play 36 games and you've got 46 points in that calendar year, and it's improved a little bit under Amorim. There's signs, but yeah, I'm a little bit more. I'm more 60-40 up for him, only because I just think he's a genuine guy. I think he's trying to do a genuine job. I just think that squad definitely needs a bit more surgery.
It's not good enough. We need some more backup, don't we? We need some more players. We need people we can bring off the bench. We've just not got that. And how good did Rodgers look? I've got to say that.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, he's as I said earlier to Madge, they more or less set him up today on the coverage, on the Sky coverage, sort of saying, about the number 10s, and he was leading it by goals and assists. They were sort of putting him in the shop window, and then the boy delivers. The boy will know that it's the only game on TV today. So, that all bodes well for me, for England, because it It just says he can handle it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Can I just come in on that Manu point? He wasn't on the bench.
No, I was going to say Manu wasn't on the squad today. Yeah.
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there.
But why? Has he genuinely got an injury, or is it a combination of?
I think there's an issue.
The noise.
Yeah, the noise.
All the noise at the moment.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Jill. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, have a great Christmas, Jill.
Let's go to Michael, Man United fan. How are you, Michael?
Happy Christmas to you too.
Hello,
Great
mate.
show as always.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. What's going on with Manchester United? Are you happy with the progress?
Well, you know what I think of Amorim, right?
I know.
But what we've been doing for the last 2 months, I actually think we should just give him a chance. I genuinely think we should just give him a chance because, end of the day, we've improved a lot. I mean, he's been the bigger teams, and when we do go down these games, in other games, we have come back. There's more fight this season.
I actually thought his setup today was spot on. He pushed Fernandes on a little bit. Ugarte done the sort of sweeping number 6 role, and that press worked really well. Obviously, it forced the first goal for yourselves. Yeah. And Cunha was terrific today. He deserved to be on a winning team.
He should have scored. He should have scored a second.
The header.
It shouldn't be a loss.
Yeah, he should have scored the header. Yeah.
Come on, that's got to be a goal. I mean, the thing that I have more issues with today, defending, yes, but the throw-ins today from Dalot was ridiculous. The corners weren't good deliveries at all. They're too close to the goalkeeper. That is an issue, but obviously the African nation's out. Now, if we put our full squad in, remember, we haven't got a De Ligt, and I think De Ligt would have been better off today playing. Manu's a massive issue because I think there's think in the background. There's going to have to be some reinforcements in January. Otherwise, we're going to be in the same position last season. We're not careful.
Well, I would say, like the last window, I thought you bought well. Bumo in particular and Cunha have improved the team no end. But
Sesko, I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
Sesko's 50. Ugarte's got to be sold. Ugarte has to be sold. He's not good enough. He's not a United player. But, when you look at Cunha, he's the only baller we've got at the minute. He runs 30 metres up the pitch today. He was running all day long.
Do you know what, Michael? It's interesting because I know that you've not been the biggest fan of Amorim at times, right? And now you're saying, you know what, I'm up for giving him a go. So we look at the top 3 of the Premier League right now, which is Arsenal, Manchester City and Aston Villa. What do they all have in common?
Managers who have been there for a while.
That's right. Pep, obviously, the longest serving. Then it's Arteta. And then it is Emery with Villa, who's been there for 3 years. Now, if you give Amorim another year and a half, then it'll be the same as where Emery is now. Who knows where Manchester United could be? It's so interesting to see that dropping down, like some of the names is, a year there, a year and a half. It's actually, Eddie Howe's obviously been at Newcastle for 4 years as well. And Marco Silva's been at Fulham for 4 years. Imagine if he had any investment. He'd probably be doing a lot better. But there is something to be said about the whole manager merry-go-round. And
hold it. Let's park that because that is significant what you're saying. But the more and more the recruitment and the way the recruitment's done at the football club is the key to success.
But isn't the recruitment...
That is the key to success.
But if you keep changing manager, there's no sort of continuity with the recruitment.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that does feed into that a little bit. So when the manager goes, oh, no, this is not for me, he's not for me, da-da-da-da. So you get all that all the time. So, yes, that is part of it. And, of course, the manager still has, or head coach, whatever role he has, still going to have a big say. And we're seeing, the noises out of Chelsea is like, is it a little bit more about, Manesca wants more kind of control, etc., etc. So there's always that sort of power struggle. But, Manchester United have got to improve their back line. They've got to if they're going to win anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we get Villa fan on?
Yes, that'd be great.
Let's go to Jez. He was at the game, I believe. How are you, Jez?
I'm very well, Madge. Very well, Pards.
Good.
Hello.
I'll tell you what, it's entertaining watching you lot.
I think it is. It's exciting, isn't it? It's you just look at the home record at the moment. I've been on before, and I've had good chats with you boys. 27 games in 2025 at home, 23 wins. 4 defeats. One defeat against Crystal Palace. Pards, your old mob.
Yeah, but they're the only team who got a little bit over you, haven't they, in the semi-final? You know that. Other than them, you've put everyone to bed, which has been amazing.
Yeah, I think we struggled against. Talk about Palace really quickly. You struggled against the formation. I think we struggled a bit today as well.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, you have got exciting football. Previous caller as well. I was listening to him intently. You look at Emery. Talking about managers being in the tenure, giving them a bit of time. I mean, he had a win record at Arsenal of 55%. He's got a win record at Villa now, today, of over 55%. Can somebody tell me what he did wrong at Arsenal and why they didn't keep him?
I think that was, always coming off the back of Wenger was going to be difficult with that legacy. And I think they might have jumped the gun a little bit there with that one. And so when Arteta come in, I think Arteta probably had a bit more credit in the bank because of his Arsenal affiliation, the fact he was an Arsenal captain. I think that's why Arteta had been given those chances. And, of course, he won the FA Cup in that first season, in fairness to Arteta. But, their loss is your gain because, for me, Emery is one of the fine managers.
You know what Emery did really well today, which I thought was...
Take his jacket off in celebration.
No, that was very good. But he didn't press Man United at the top of the pitch today. He let his team come back and
he allowed them to play.
Yeah, let them have it, and then use the space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As not all managers would be bold enough to say, "Oh, let's let Man United have it at the back," because you want to keep the tempo, you want to keep the pressure, and that was a surprising tactic today, but it's worked.
Yeah, we were surprised with that we didn't press more, when they were trying to play out. And to be honest, they pressed really hard. They were pressing us all
correct.
the time.
They did the opposite.
Cunha had a great game, I thought, played really well, showing his potential there. But look, this is pretty exciting for us. I mean, you have to go back to 1983 for the fewest home defeats. And you look at the side in 83, that was our Super Cup winning side that beat Barcelona over 2 legs. Pardew, you remember this, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Following on from the 82 European Cup win, an 81 championship. There's a belief. There is an absolute belief amongst the squad that they're playing for the manager. The manager's got a system. He's got a setup. And it's just working. And
but You've also got that other very important ingredient, which you know all about, is momentum. Momentum and the familiarity of winning. It's in your brain. You expect to win, even when you don't play well. And that's what you have at the moment. I mean, it's incredible, your recent run.
Jez, are you going to win the Premier League?
God, I got asked that by O'Hara recently as well, and I sort of said, listen, we'll just do our thing, which to me, right, and I'm going to answer this, and you wanted me to say, will we win the Premier League, yes or no, but it's got to be a top 4 finish. It's got to be Champions League games again, and it's got to be group stage of Champions League where we can make 80 million quid.
Correct.
You've got the new squad ratio rules coming in. If you're playing in Europe as an English team, you can only spend 70% of your revenues on wages. This is under the new system,
UEFA rule,
Yeah, and you can spend 90% if you're not playing in Europe. We have to make Champions League, right? So that is the objective. Anything, right? And then you talk about can we make third, second? Can we win it? Gee whiz! I tell you what, I'm just an optimist. It's horrible, isn't it? Hope, because you have a lot of hope and it doesn't always pay off, but. Yeah, come on. Yeah, we're in with it. We're in with a chance.
Go on, Jez. Come on, Villa.
Let me just add one thing to that, right? Because when Leicester won it,
Arsenal were top at Christmas.
No, there was a player that just kept scoring goals, right, all the time. Vardy. He just, even against the best, and if Rodgers carries on like this, then you got to say they got a chance.
Yeah, and if Ollie Watkins stays, which I hope he does for them, and he finds his form, because he's actually been working really hard.
He did a decent job today, without actually having a chance, did he? There wasn't really a chance that come his way. He'll take chances if he gets them.
Yeah, definitely. All right, 03772 223 is the number to call. Imagine Pards, Villa fans, come celebrate and let us know if you can win the league. And Man United fans, what needs to improve for you? It's Madge Pardew Sunday night. It's talkSPORT.
From the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire is also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles." And some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Good evening and welcome to the final word with the Grammy Award nominated Majestic alongside the League Manager of the Year, Alan Pardew. In case you don't know who we are. Later in the show we'll be discussing our favourite sporting moments of 2025. We want to hear yours, so send us a WhatsApp voice note. So this is really easy, guys. The WhatsApp number is the same as the phone number. It's 03717 22 3344. That's 03717 22 3344. I hope that's slow enough for you, Marcus. Big shout out to Marcus. Send us a WhatsApp voice note. It's so simple. You just go to your WhatsApp, you go to talkSPORT because you've added us to your phone book, and you just hold that little microphone down and send us a voice note. I know some people don't want to come on here and talk live, so if you want to do that, go and do that right now. And we'll be discussing a huge weekend of Premier League action as the battle at the top and bottom really heated up. But for now, we're concentrated on the Morgan Rogers masterclass at Villa Park for his double firing with Aston Villa, getting 3 points within Arsenal at the top of the tables. Man United were defeated for the 5th time this season. And we want to hear from you and your views on that game. 03717 22 3344 is the number. Remember, we're now live on YouTube. We've got a lovely new studio for you to come see as well, so come watch that. And we're on your smart TV as well. Come and see Pards' lovely jumper. 03717 22 3344 is the final word here on talkSPORT. I'll tell you what, Pards, nothing ever works up here.
Oh, what's happened now, mate?
We've got headphones that ain't working. The connections.
Well, my headphones are working, mate. Do you want...
I'm on one-eared Cyril here.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
You'll get around. You're a professional.
Yeah, I know. For Christmas, I'm going to ask for like new wiring.
Headset or something. Yeah.
I want to say a big hello to a good friend of mine, CKP.
CKP?
CKP, that's right. Award-winning garage MC.
Oh, okay.
He's an award winner in his field.
Seems like you have to have an initial these days to to be in that world.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, you throw an initial in there.
I think that might have came from like the
Why don't you become Majestic DC or something like that?
Well, funny story.
Funny. Go on.
So my real name's Kevin Adam Christie.
Ordinary Kev.
Yeah, plain old Kev. And when I first became a DJ, I used my initials, Kevin Adam Christie.
Okay.
So my dad came up the loft where my decks was. I was like, "How you getting on, son, with your DJ?" And I said, yeah. Got a DJ name? Yeah, I'm going to stick with the initials.
Well, 14, 15, how old are you?
12. DJ KAC.
Like it.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, my name's DJ KAC.
KAC.
Yeah. And my dad goes, it spells DJ CAC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's got to go. Yeah.
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 So literally from that moment is when I became Majestic. I literally plucked it out of the air and went, Majestic sounds cool.
Ah, oh, bless you.
I know. So I was 12 when I come up with the name. I know lots of people in the comments.
So there's you up in the loft, playing your records, getting all your skills together. And there's me outside, 40 years earlier, maybe, kicking against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where you got to practice. You got to get your 10,000 hours in.
100%. I bought my actually I got my decks from Fulham.
Pioneer.
No, they weren't.
They weren't about then.
No. It was a Sound Lab.
Sound Lab.
And again, it's funny talking about this time of year because I think it was a Sunday before Christmas. I got my decks.
Ah, so it's appropriate.
Yeah, it's appropriate to talk about it. We have got so much to come during the show. The PDC World Darts Championship, of course, is happening. We're watching it right now. There's been so much fun during the week with the darts. Seen the dancing as well, and all. It's been brilliant. Yeah. It's why we love the darts. And of course, we're going to give you some updates on that during the show, as well as the African Cup of Nations kicking off today. Looking forward to that. We'll be speaking to the Moose later on today as Morocco take on Comoros, and we're going to be talking to Ian Abrams, aka the Moose, all about that. But right now we are waxing lyrical about the villains. Aston Villa. Unbelievable. So let's go to the phone lines. Noel joins us. How are we, Noel?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Just on the way back from Villa Park.
How rocking is Villa Park right now, Noel?
It's brilliant, mate. I've been going there since 1978. Massive fan of the show. And it's just brilliant. I was telling the young lady before you, it's just such a great atmosphere. I mean, obviously we're all football fans at heart. But, I've been through very thin times being a Villa fan, recently in the Championship. But it's just the whole atmosphere and the way Emery's got us playing. He's changed the way the players come into the ground. Everybody's engaged. I know they have training and whatever, but it's just a brilliant place to be. It's absolutely buzzing. Just absolutely buzzing. And it's nice. Go on, sorry.
Wouldn't it be fitting for Aston Villa to win the league? In the season that Ozzy Osbourne passes away, and the spirit of Ozzy travels through the team to go and win the Premier League.
You got to look at it. We haven't got Pau Torres today, and I know teams have injuries, but he's so integral to what we do, working out from the back. But Emery just comes up with a plan. We couldn't sign anybody in the summer. Other teams could. That's the way it is. That's the way football works. But, Emery is getting a tune out of players. Morgan Rogers, let's forget, nobody wanted him when we signed him. We paid £2.50 in a Mars bar, I think it was.
Yeah, 8 million.
8 million, mate. 8 million.
And what's he worth now? But Emery just improves everybody. Ollie Watkins, I love Ollie. All Villa fans do, because we can see how hard he works. Didn't a famous striker play for France and never score a goal? And they won the World Cup. It's about the team. It's not about individuals. Do you know what I mean? And we are, as a team, I can remember, first went 1978. I've met all the European Cup winning sides. Like I say, die-hard Villa fan, going all my life, all the family of Villa. There's no blue noses anywhere near our family. Nothing against blue noses, by the way. But it's just great to see, it's a Midland club. Much the same when Leicester won it, I was for Leicester. It's nice to see somebody else breaking in the so-called Big Four, whatever you want to call them.
Well.
We are a very, very good team.
Well, listen, I made a statement at the start of this. Do you remember this, Madge, when I said...
When you said Newcastle are going to win?
No, I didn't. That's something else. I did say, though, that I really wanted the Premier League to come back to London, right? But I'm now going to include the Midlands.
As that, yeah.
London and the Midlands. That's where I want it
London
to go.
and the Midlands, nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Noel, he's been going to Villa.
Well done, Noel.
He's been going to Villa since 1978. He's rocking over there. He's rocking. And as I said,
Peter with Shorey, all that gang. Brilliant.
Imagine if they go and win the league the year of Aussie's passing. I think it would be very fitting. Right, the African Cup of Nations is kicking off today as Morocco take on Comoros. And here's talkSPORT's Ian Abrams, a.k.a. The Moose, with the latest.
And we played 12 minutes match in Rabat, and it's Morocco 0, Comoros 0. But what a chance Morocco, the hosts, had to take the lead early on. A generous penalty award, really soft penalty. BM Diaz, who started his career at Manchester City, had just been brought down. The referee pointed instantly to the spot. VAR was never going to overturn it. Up stepped Sofiane Rahimi. It was such a poor penalty to the goalkeeper's right-hand side. He'd have done really well, actually, to have let it in, and he didn't. He made a decent save in the end. So Comoros already conceded 4 goals in qualifying, have kept their clean sheet at the moment. As for Morocco, their goalkeeper hasn't let a goal in the last 8 games, so I'm predicting this is going to end 0-0. Morocco 0, Comoros 0.
Thank you very much, the Moose. Right now, the PDC World Darts Championships is well underway at Ali Pali. We've already been talking about it, so let's see what action we can now look forward to in the evening session for talkSPORT's Paul Nicholson.
Evening, Madge. Evening, Alan. And yes, we're just about to get underway. The first walk-on is just about to take place from Ireland's Keane Barry. He's up against the German number 1, Martin Schindler, tonight. Then we will have the number 1 from, well, number 22, 2021. That is Gerwin Price, looking for a second title. He's up against Wesley Plazier tonight from the Netherlands. Then we've got the world number 1, Luke Littler, up against qualified David Davies. And then finally tonight, we've got Damon Hetter, the number 1 from Australia, the 2022 World Cup winner, up against Switzerland's number 1. So a lot of number 1s tonight, but it's talkSPORT 2 for live coverage with the likes of Laura Turner, Chris Mason and Mark Wilson and myself, Paul Nicholson. But tonight, it's going to be a brilliant Sunday night, especially when Littler's in town.
PDC World Darts Championship update on talkSPORT with Village Hotels. Hit the bullseye this New Year's Eve. Party at one of our New Year's Eve events. 34 locations across the UK. Find out more at villagehotels.com.
That is right, the PDC World Darts Championship is underway. I love the darts and Ali Pali. It's so good.
It's the only darts competition I actually watched, the Christmas one.
Yeah.
I.e. the World Final.
But you know what it says as well, right? The dance, like, there's a night out on it. It's just so brilliantly unwoke.
They're all having a moment, aren't they?
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what as well, right? It's affordable to go to. Yeah. It's around the culture, you know, of football once upon a time. I think a lot of sports could learn a lot from the atmosphere at the darts. So we'll be giving you the updates throughout the show on that. Right.
That's a Matchroom event, isn't it? Matchroom boys, yeah. They do a good job, don't they?
Ed and the boys do a great job.
We like Eddie and the boys.
Big shout out to Frank Smith and Eddie.
Yeah, let's do that.
Love them. 03717 22 334. It is the final word on talkSPORT. That's right, it is the Final Word Christmas party here on talkSPORT with me, Majestic, and Premier League manager, experienced Premier League manager, Mr. Adam Pardew. This is his favourite Christmas song, he said. The Mariah Carey.
Adjusting my seat there, mate. I wasn't dancing.
We're all adjusting something. I'm trying to do this earpiece, you're trying to do the seat. It's that kind of Christmas party. And you know, like, when you used to finish school at the end of the year, and like, there's just like, you're not doing work, you're going to play and have a party, just like, throw it all out the window. Anything goes. It is Madge and Pard's Sunday night. That was Mariah Carey. And can you remember what year that came out?
1987.
1987?
What was it? 1997.
1994. Oh. I'm sure it was 94. That's me going to the top of my head. I'll double check.
Ah, you don't even know.
But no, do you know why I know?
Go on.
Because it wasn't number one.
No, something kept it off. What did it keep it off?
E17, Stay Another Day.
Ah, okay.
My, you know, your mastermind, like your special subject would have been, for me, Christmas number ones from 92 to like 2002.
Okay.
I've got to double.
On there.
I've got to double check. Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. We've got to see. It was definitely 94. I'm sure.
Let me tell you,
94.
I heard something about that she's made something like 200 million out of that one record.
Oh, I can well believe it. 100%.
Yeah, because every year,
the royalties kick.
And in America, it is the number one Christmas song in America.
Right, out to Fred from Frimley. He said, Match, how can Villa win the league in the same year Ozzy passed away? I said the same season, not the same year. Come on. I knew we'd get...
Yeah, give you a bit of leeway there, mate. He's been a bit harsh on you there, mate.
I said same season because I knew. Special shouts, please, to my sons Jack and Thomas and my nephew Marcus. They're all big Villa fans. That's greetings from Mexico. I'm Jason, a Villa fan. My dad also played for Villa in the 60s. Jerry Hitchens, 96 goals in 160 games.
Wow.
In Dreamland at the moment.
2.
Yeah. With Villa. Not our best game. Access to the team was a little too in defence for my liking, but Rogers' class shone through. Lucky we were several players able to set up generally. My top sporting highlight was Europe winning the Ryder Cup, followed closely with Lando becoming the F1 champion.
Yeah, they're in my list, all of them.
Hello, Majestic. I love the show, and indeed it's been a Rogers Sunday. That's from Edward Davies, who's a Man U fan. And he is from Freetown, Sierra Leone in West Africa.
Okay.
So we've got Mexico, we've got West Africa tonight. I love that. Let us know. Do you know what?
We're in Morocco for the game.
Yeah. I'm going to do the call out to the world now. It's not just to the UK, it's to the world. 03717 223344. If it's safe, because I know a lot of people drive listening to the show, if it's safe and you can do so, message us right now where in the world you're listening. Because it'd be nice to see what part of the world, like almost like Santa Claus when he's going around, you can see.
We're reaching all corners of the world.
Reaching all corners of the world. Imagine parts. We might reach the corners of the world so far that people will get to know who we are and will be allowed to play the darts next year.
Oh, no, there you go, Madge. There you go about the darts. Going back to that Villa fan who's saying they didn't play very well. I know it's not that they didn't play very well. They literally just said to United, go on then. And that was a really brave, as I said earlier, decision to do that. Very unusual for a home team to do that. And it paid dividends for him today.
Yeah.
Got the job done.
Big time. Let's go to Adam, as a Man United fan. How are we, Ad?
Hi, how's it going, lads?
How are you feeling about the gaffer at the moment, mate?
It's not too bad. There is slight improvement. I've spoke a few times when Alan's been on, so good evening, Alan. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas.
Good evening, Adam.
Yeah, there is slight improvement, but I'm still not 100% happy. I mean, the West Ham game really annoyed me, but the most of them were obviously they played, not the West Ham game, the Everton game where they played 5 at the back still when they were down to 10 men at Everton, and it's just like so frustrating. There's like the Everton match, Spurs, Forest. There's about 4 or 5 games that we should have won, and they lost the points today. There was good tactics by Amron, I think. They play well against Villa, just for Rodgers' 2 outstanding goals, so fair play to Villa. But I think if we're to get a top 4 or top 5, we must sign a few players here in January. Just seen Amron's interview saying Fernandez is going to be out now for a while with a hamstring injury. So
was it a hamstring injury, was it? Okay.
Yeah, so they say. So, I definitely think the likes of Conor Gallagher and Ruben Neves from Saudi, I mean, they're a reasonably decent price for the quality of them, like maybe 20 or 30 million pounds. So the fact Fernandez is out now, I think they're the 2 players in midfield that they should try to get. But if we could get Semenyo from Bournemouth, I think that would be outstanding, especially with Ahmad and Mbeumo now away. But it's just very frustrating. And I remember floating news last year when I spoke to you, Al, and I said about the striking situation, and it's still things. It's just still weak up there. Like, I do think Sesko is good. His movement and his runs is far better than Højlund, but I still think, for a club of United size, I know we're not in the glory days anymore, but we should still have a world-class striker. And I still go back to they should have signed Harry Kane 2 summers ago.
Well,
I said that to you before, Alan.
Definitely with you on that ad.
I stand by the fact of Harry Kane wouldn't have went to Manchester United at that point in time. He's gone to Bayern Munich.
I've got some numbers on Harry Kane tonight. Which are significant. Should I throw him in now?
Throw him in now because it's relevant now.
Okay. Well, Harry's the first player to get to 100 goals, i.e. goals and assists. The fastest player ever in the Bundesliga since records began.
Wow.
It's taken him 78 games to get 100 goals, i.e. he scored 81 and he assisted in 19. Phenomenal. And the closest to him is Ian Robin, who had to play 119 games
to get the same results. Yeah, he's incredible. Like I said, at that point in time, especially with Man United, where they wasn't, they're not where Man City are, etc. Like, he had that possible big move to Manchester City, which got kiboshed.
And
then
was a couple of years previous, wasn't it? That one, the Man City.
Yeah, but not, probably a year or so ago.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I think his destination was always going to go and be like a European club, 100%. So I don't think that was ever an option. But
just going back to
he's right though, because Man United buys were that exact. For example, Semenyo right now would have been a Man United buy. He's the hot talent. We're going to get him. They're not in that mixer. Man City and Arsenal, they're the two now.
And Spurs.
Not Spurs. We're not in that mixer.
Okay.
But Man City, Arsenal, and Chelsea.
Well,
that's the top
I've got
three.
A little bit of insight on Semenyo. I'm going to come up with that later. I want to go back to Sesko, right? Because Sesko did make some decent runs today. He was slightly late on one particular run where I thought he could have got in. The Mason cross. Thought he should have got that really. But look at Højlund. Højlund looked made all those kind of runs. Never done anything. He's gone to Napoli. Looks a different player. And it just goes to show you the pressure that club gets, in that shirt for Manchester United. And I hope that Sesko, I really hope that he grows into it, because he didn't play bad today, but he didn't do anything that was, eye-catching.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, that's what, if you're a Man United fan, when you're used to, the likes of the greats that you've had in the past, the Cantonars and the Dwight Yorks and all that, and the Coles, you want to see something from your main man.
Got lots of amazing messages come through. Wow, there's so many. It's hard to actually go through them all. I'll probably get Teddy to do us a list of where people are coming from. But the best one is Alan, Clacton-on-Sea.
Not far.
I like Clacton-on-Sea. But I'm looking, we've got Canada, we've got Africa, we've got America, Honolulu. There's so many. India as well. So many amazing people around the world listening to us. That's what sometimes you forget when we're on this show, because unless you call, we think, oh, maybe. But we've got an amazing audience, and I just want to say thank you so much for listening to us during 2025.
And it just goes to show you the amazing technology that we have these days.
That you can have Madge and Pards anywhere in the world on a Sunday evening.
Yeah, and I was reading about Elon Musk's Starlink. Is it Starlink?
Starlink, yeah.
Which is now, causing all sorts of issues in terms of you can get coverage anywhere you like.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Next up, we're looking back at yesterday's games affected the title race as Arsenal and Man City traded blows at the top of the table. This is the final word on talkSPORT.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
This is your favourite.
Jack
Absolutely.
Nipping at your nose.
Nipping at your toes.
So good. Ready?
Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
It's almost like you want to get under the duvet and just have a little cuddle up.
Do you know what reminds me of Christmas so much is because every year we'd come down at Christmas and my mum and dad would set it up for Christmas, and my dad would put this on vinyl. On the record player.
Scratches going.
Yeah, so you can hear the warmth of it. It was brilliant. And I'll tell you what, there's another great song on his Christmas album called The Little Boy That Santa Claus Forgot.
Oh,
such a sad song.
Sad.
We need that during the shows. The Little Boy That Santa Claus Forgot. It makes your heart bleed.
Oh dear.
03717 223344. Don't forget, let us know where you're listening to in the world. Hopefully the crew in the gallery will get a list of where people are from, so we can actually do like a whole sort of regional readout.
You know, we should play that song. You know, you were talking about, you said it's a very sweet song, it raises your heart or whatever, because we still have a lot of people who struggle over Christmas.
Yes.
With their mental illness, etc., etc. And it's you know, memories of some not very nice times.
Yeah.
So it's nice to give them a nod as well.
Of course, a nod for them as well. And always a reminder to those people out there that they're, of course...
And your charity?
Yes, my charity campaign against living miserably that I am a proud ambassador of.
Absolutely.
And, of course, amazing services like the Samaritans that are available over the Christmas period and all year round if you do need any help at all. Over the festive period, please do not be afraid to reach out. And I'll be giving some information out on the show later on for how you can contact those services. Let's now turn our attention to the title race with big games for Arsenal and Man City on Saturday. But after the Gooners' 1-0 win at Hill Dickinson against Everton, which was live on talkSPORT, they will be top of the table. Arsenal 0, Everton 1. Arsenal go back to the top of the table in a dull game at the ground. It was pretty poor, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you get those games. It's one of those games you easily forget about it. You know, it's gone, done. And particularly for Arsenal because, you know, they've got a game coming thick and fast and, you know, you just got to get them over the line.
Yeah.
They just did enough, didn't they? And they got through it. Everton looked a decent side, though, didn't they? You know, whenever I've seen Everton, they're always competitive. They don't win every game, but they're in with a shout of winning every game. Yeah, no, very good. And your boys obviously got turned over by the Liverpool.
Oh,
we had so many incidents during that game. The sending off, which I was with Perry earlier, he was saying that he thought Simmons sort of had a intent in that challenge. I didn't think that, but it was a poor challenge. And then Romero, of course, who had already been booked and then react silly. Actually, it was a bad foul, I thought, on him from Konate. But then he flicked the leg out, David Beckham style, and got himself sent off.
But let's not focus on Spurs at the moment because I don't want to talk
I just tried to angle it back there. That was
I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm going to angle it back to Arsenal, though, because they won the game for a penalty by Victor Gyökeres. Whatever criticisms he might be under, that's an important penalty to score away from home at Everton to give your side the 3 points. Mikel Arteta said he was surprised to see him taking the penalty. Let me ask you this, Pards. I've seen it more in recent years. I didn't see it necessarily growing up in the Premier League. Arguments over penalty, etc.
Always has been.
Has it always been a thing in your day?
Memorial, yeah. I can go back to the 80s, 90s, even when I was playing. You'd have like a scramble, particularly the player who's won the penalty. He's been brought down or whatever. I remember, I don't think Wrighty was on our penalties. I can't remember who was on them at Crystal Palace when I was there. But it might have been Andy Gray, I think, who was taking on penalties. But if Wrighty got brought down, he wouldn't take the penalty. I'm taking it. And there'll be a big scuffle.
You do feel like you deserved it because you've won the penalty.
Yeah, you're taking 2 on and, the dribble in the box, and now someone else is going to get the glory. But not only that, I think sometimes I was never, very, very rarely did I put a penalty taker up on the board. And there was a reason for that, because I always felt that I wanted someone who really confident to take it. Yeah.
Rather than...
if you put someone's name up and they were really having, not having the best of games, and then they're going to take the penalty, you're like, oh. The only one, there was a couple of penalty takers I had where I was really convinced they wouldn't have that problem, Ricky Lambert being one of them. That I had him. I remember I used to put his name up for penalties. He's definitely taken it. But most clubs I didn't.
His last goal for Arsenal was on the 1st of November, and he's had injuries since then. It's just so good for him to be back on the
score. Yeah, they need goals.
At the right time.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans called the Sports Bar Weekender last night. And our good mate, Perry Groves, who we saw earlier today, he was on last night. Great show, by the way. He told Perry that Arsenal's tactics are boring.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what. Everyone's going to think I'm mad because we're top of the league, but he has served up some dross there. I look at it from a point of view. The last 3 seasons, we have done exactly the same. We've got to this point, and all of a sudden we stop playing. And all of a sudden it becomes nervy. And, I was at Anfield when Mickey Thomas scored that goal. I'm that old, right? I know you need to get over the line once, people say, but he's had everything given to him that no other club would Arteta still have a job. And that tonight was absolutely rubbish.
What did you make of that?
He wasn't happy with that, was he? Well, listen, I don't agree with him, of course, because I think you're going to get games like that. And I can think of all great sides. At Man City, the last 2 or 3 years have not always been brilliant. They've just, sometimes just won, just done enough. You get those games. But there is a genuine feeling, and this is where I'm with him a little bit, in terms of Arsenal opening the game up. I feel a little bit like some of their fans that they can. I think they've got the ability to open the game up, stretch it a little bit. Do you know, like do things quicker.
There's definitely another gear, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think Arteta is the type, I hate, to say it, but in my mind, I don't think he's an exuberant coach. He's a very good coach. He covers all the bases, but I think he's almost overthinking at times, and therefore it gives it a bit of a conservative feel. Does that make sense?
I think, for example, with Arteta, he's so desperate to get this over the line this time.
Well, that's going to kick in later, by the way.
He does, yeah, and that's going to keep getting as the pressure builds as well.
And Pep hasn't got that problem, has he?
No.
He'll have a cigar on with the last 10 games. He's
I think, imagine this. I'm sticking up for Arteta and Arsenal here.
Go on, sir. Do it.
When Arsenal, and for me, a couple of seasons ago, when they had Emil Smith-Rowe and all those boys still there,
they
were one of the most exciting teams to watch. Like, it was horrible to watch how good they were, yeah? And they were quite expansive and free-flowing. And they were susceptible at the back a little bit. But they were really enjoyable to watch in terms of footballing. Now I think he was criticised for that, saying, it's a weak underbelly, mentality, etc.
Yeah, yeah.
Now he's changed it and goes, you know what, we can win ugly. Everyone's moaning, well, you only win ugly. I think he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. And
Yeah, there's always that.
I think there is a little bit of that kind. And imagine it's me as a Spurs fan. This is why, even on the way in, I had a lovely black cabbie, who's an Arsenal fan, listens to the show. He goes, imagine I'm an Arsenal fan. But they all say I'm very fair when I talk about Arsenal because, as I said, Arsenal were trying to get the job done and go and win the league. And they're up there. And sometimes you just got to do it ugly. And it's not going to be entertaining. And I don't think, especially Arsenal's record with Everton over recent years, it's always been a bit of a banana skin at times, isn't it? So I think he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. But
I still think there's a balance he could draw a little bit because all the set plays now are so regimented. They take so long, and it takes rhythm out of the team. And I think they're good enough to just go off the cuff a little bit at times. Obviously, if you've had no joy and the game's not open, you ain't got the lead, then for sure you can take your time over the set plays in certain parts of the game. But some of the times, I think just get on with it.
Well, Arsenal fans, do let us know what you think of that. Right, let's talk about Manchester City, because I think Man City are just doing their thing, and they're just getting on with things, and they seem to be in a real flow. I feel, for me, Man City had their blip at the start of the season when they lost to Brighton and Spurs back-to-back. Since then, it's been fine for them. They briefly went top before the Everton-Arsenal game. There's only 2 points in the gap. We're talking about the ingredients.
By the way, Haaland could have had 4 yesterday.
Well, this is what I was going to talk about, Pards.
He's on fire.
The ingredients to win a Premier League is a top striker and a top keeper.
Yeah, and creativity.
Yeah,
and they got Foden, Checky. I mean,
you mentioned Leicester before when they won the season. Top keeper in Schmeichel, Mahrez, who's the creativity, the goal scorer Vardy, and Kante, the stopper, and who works hard, as well as the fact they had, Wes at the back.
They're a great team. They're a great spirit and team. And the one
big Wes at the back.
Yeah, I genuinely feel that I'm a little bit more comfortable talking about Man City now. After about 8 games, I was still like, I'm not sure. They still look a little bit vulnerable. They looking strong. Rodri's still to come back. So you've got to say that this race is very, very much on, and they've closed the gap nicely without even I don't know. It's almost like they've come up on the rails to me, Man City. And to be that close to Arsenal, 2 points in it as we go into this hectic period of Premier League.
And it is a hectic period. We've got to talk about West Ham. 10 Premier League defeats for the Hammers already this season. Minus 16 goal difference. 5 points adrift of Nottingham Forest, who face Fulham live on talkSPORT on Monday evening, by the way.
That's a big game, by the way.
Well, yeah, that is.
For both clubs.
But what's the way out for West Ham? Where is their way out, Pards? Because that's the worrying thing. It's not that they've got a player to come back. They've not got, there's a player who's out of form that needs to get a bit of form. Where's their comeback?
In the transfer window. They got to do some business. And I really mean it. I've said it weeks ago that West Ham, for me, are looking like the third worst team in the division. When I look at Leeds, team spirit, got promoted last year.
Here they come, Leeds United.
I wasn't quite expecting that. And I look at Dyche at Nottingham Forest, and I look at Silva at Fulham. Why should West Ham be above any of them? And then you're into the Bournemouth and the Spurs and the Brentfords of this world. So they are not good enough. Forget the manager. The squad needs improving.
It reminds me of the year that they got Jesse Lingard in, and he really improved them. Who could be their Jesse Lingard? Could it be an Ollie Watkins?
Well,
would Ollie Watkins want to go?
That's the problem you got, particularly in this January window. Are you going to get a player who wants to, get you out of it? Because he's got to have that motivation. And also, can he adjust the Premier League? Like we've said before, we know it's safer to buy out the Premier League. It's more expensive, but it's safer because you know what you're going to get. Cunha being an example.
Within the Premier League,
yeah. But when you buy from foreign, can they adjust? Can they come in and do it straight away? It's it's not an easy.
West Ham do not have time. Time is not on West Ham's side. No. Before they know it, you'll be looking at the 10 games left, and we're still in the bottom 3.
And I said, and I'm going to stand by this. If Bowen gets injured, wow, they are in big, big trouble. He literally could get them out of it. He's that good.
Yeah.
So let's see.
They got some big games on the way as well. They've got Brighton at home, right? Then it's Wolves away, Forest at home, and they've got, like I said, Fulham on the 27th. So the teams around them.
They're right, and they've got to pick up results.
Fulham, Wolves, and Forest. Those 3 games there, So by the 7th of January, they would have played those 3, right? We're going to really know where West Ham are.
Yeah. Let's have a little conversation then. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt for a moment.
We're going to give them benefit of the doubt. It's going to be difficult. West Ham, you know, I just feel they're.
Listen, obviously I'm close to West Ham, and there's a lot of people I know who go to games on a regular basis.
Yeah, same.
And they're all very, very concerned.
Very concerned. Because like I said,
and that's about as polite as I can put it.
There's no one to come back, no one to hit form, etc. It's really difficult, I think. Right, keep your calls coming in to us, 03717 223344, and we'll hear from you next on The Final Word on talkSPORT. Oh, it's nice to hear the Christmas songs. It is Sunday the 21st of December, 4 days away until Christmas Day. How are you spending Christmas, Pop?
Family.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Who's doing the cooking?
Well, my daughter's a great chef.
Is she really?
Yeah, she works in the Heart restaurant in Marylebone, one of the best restaurants in London, by the way.
Ooh.
So a big shout out to them guys. They worked really hard. Tough old gig, you know, that is.
Yeah.
Tough old gig. And my mum used to be a cook, and I'm a bit of a cook.
Oh.
So we share it out.
What's your speciality, Pons?
Roast potatoes, I'm good.
Same here.
I'm good.
We need a roasty off.
And I'll tell you what else I'm good with, Brussels sprouts.
Okay, so what's good about a Pards potato?
Well, my potatoes are pre-boiled, obviously.
Of course.
And then fluffed up.
Smashed.
And then I just put a little bit of salt and flour.
Flour. Yes, the flour. That's the key.
And then 3/4 of the way through, give them a little smash so you get a little bit more, crispiness going on. Drinkle a little bit more fat on there. A little bit of duck fat.
Yeah.
And then you're home and dry.
Oh, well, that sounds... You're a man after my own heart. And then the Brussels, do you like the little sort of... you had the little bacon.
Well, we have vegetarians in my gang, so we have no bacon. So you have to spice them up though, because otherwise they're a bit dull.
Yeah.
So boil them a little bit, then get a wok out, big wok, and fry them with a bit of balsamic, bit of chili oil.
Nice.
Not too, because it really absorbs the heat, so they can be really hot. So not too much chili, and then a little bit of onion in there, and that's job done.
I can see a cooking program for Pards on the BBC Two, that Sunday afternoon.
MasterChef. A couple of times I almost went on it.
They asked you?
Yeah, and it got in the way, the football. But now I'm free, I might be available.
MasterChef, you heard? Listen, they need a double up. Imagine Pards on the MasterChef. I did the potatoes, you did the Brussels.
Yeah.
Before we get you back to your calls, I know you probably made you feel a little hungry there. Let's head back to Ali Pally.
Ali Pally.
For a PDC World Darts Championship update from talkSPORT's Paul Nicholson.
It's been really competitive here, Madge. We've had two very, very close sets. It's currently 2-0 to Martin Schindler. Both Keane Barry and Martin Schindler had set darts to win set 1, but it was the German who came out on top. And then again in set 2, Keane Barry hit 165 to leave tops to win the set. But then 118 checkout from the German to steal the set away to take a 2-0 lead, and set 3 is not disappointing either. It's currently 2-1 to Barry, but it's not as good as Alan Pardew's Brussels sprouts.
PDC World Darts Championship update on talkSPORT with Village Hotels. Hit the bullseye this New Year's Eve. Party at one of our New Year's Eve events. 34 locations across the UK. Find out more at villagehotels.com.
Well, there's nothing as good as Alan Pardew's Brussels sprouts, so can they be topped? Who knows? I'm going to Saudi for Christmas.
Something I forgot about the Brussels sprouts. You've got to put butter in. You've got to fry them in butter, not oil. Butter.
Butter's key. Yeah, I'm going to Saudi for Christmas.
That would be amazing.
Be a different Christmas, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting to see how
have you sort of know what Christmas Day is going to bring?
No idea.
No
idea.
That will be strange.
It will be. I'll report back on the final word to tell you how Christmas.
Because there's been some strange weather in Dubai and the United Emirates.
There has, and Saudi.
Saudi too.
Been pretty wet, yeah.
Okay.
Right, and the African Cup of Nations is kicking off. Well, it's kicked off today as Morocco take on Comoros, and there's been all sorts of controversy going on. Let's go over to talkSPORT's The Moose, Ian Abrams.
Yeah, wet in Rabat as well, where it's Morocco 0, Comoros 0 at half-time. That doesn't really tell much of the story. Morocco had a penalty after 10 minutes after Brahim Diaz was brought down. I use it in inverted commas, it was a soft penalty. And Rahimi stepped up to take it. It was a poor kick, saved by Pardew. Morocco then lost their captain, Roman Saiz, to injury, and then thought they were going to get a second penalty as well. Diaz went through in the left-hand side of the penalty area. First of all, he handballs it clearly. Secondly, nobody touches him clearly. Referee from DR Congo doesn't give a penalty, but VAR, having had a good look at it, told him to go and have a look at the screen and reconsider what he'd given. He looked at the screen, saw the handball, saw the player hadn't been touched, and rightly didn't change his decision. I'd like to know what VAR saw that the rest of the world didn't see, but there we go. Comoros, the smallest nation in the world, you could fit their entire population into Tyneside. At the moment, they're doing all right. By the way, Alan, don't eat too many Brussels sprouts at Christmas. It's Morocco 0, Comoros 0.
Let me tell you, and give him a little tip. That referee who didn't overturn that decision won't be refereeing again.
Really?
That's the sort of level that we could go to in the African nations sometimes. Some of the refereeing and decisions made out there. There's very powerful political figures in the background. Let's just hope it all stays above...
Let's go to Connor.
The producer's got his head in his hands.
Connor's a Villa fan. How are you, Connor?
How are we, lads? All good. Yourselves?
You must be on top of the world with the villains going so well.
On top of the world, mate. 10 wins in a row in competitions. Like Alan Pardew's Brussels.
Champion sprouts, we call them. Can you win the league, though, Connor? Come on.
Do you know what? If we didn't have Unai Emery at the helm, I'd say no. My head's probably telling me no, but my heart is telling me yes. Like, if we can keep up with the big boy, keep with Arsenal, keep up with City, then why not? Why can't we win the league?
Yeah,
absolutely. You know, what you need in those teams that win trophies is we liken it to the Leicester side we said before, right? Mahrez, someone that came out of nowhere, so to speak, yeah, and was a generational talent. Now, Rodgers, £8 million from Borough. Now, if I'm right, Pards, in thinking you was at West Brom when he was there, because he came through the West Brom Academy. I was told about Morgan Rodgers by a good friend of mine a while ago when he was at West Brom, and they said, this kid, right? Yeah. So did you ever hear any murmurs?
Yeah. When I was there was a few rumours about with the super kid that we had. So, you know, he was highly rated. I mean, you know, to see what he's done, though, particularly in the last couple of years, I think Henry Winter was on earlier saying about the improvement in him. I just really am enthralled by him because, particularly today, when the real spotlight was on him, right? When they built him up so much in the press all week, they built him up about this game. And also the only TV game today. And what did he do? He went and delivered. Now, that speaks volumes for the character of the boy. So I think he's a stable individual. What I mean by that, his personality looks fantastic for the dressing room. And I can't wait to see him in an England shirt after he wins the league, Connor, for you.
Well said, mate. Well said. And you know what? 4 goals in 2 games, stepping up. He's an absolute maverick. Since Grealish left Villa, I never thought I'd see a player that could get on the ball and deliver the way he does. It's exceptional.
Yeah. Isn't it nice to have one of those in your team, mate? Because I'll tell you what, as a Spurs fan, this is the first season in 10 years I've not had a Son or a Kane, yeah? And I was sport. Like you said, when Grealish went, I'm never going to see that again. So for when one comes along like this, and I was there at Spurs when he scored that goal for you guys, when he picks up the ball, you know he's going to do something.
And the XG merchants probably hate us. All these outside-the-box goals, all these long shots. I'll tell you what, with Morgan Rodgers, they'll keep coming, mate, because he finds those pockets in between the defence and the midfield, picks up the ball. I know today he got off the left, but he finds those pockets.
Yeah, he is wonderful.
He's a man-mountain in person as well. He's not,
and if you take your eye off him, Con, you got Tillemans coming through as well. John.
Brilliant, cool. Thank you very much, Connor. Have a good Christmas, mate. Next up, we're going to put some of our festive cheer on the radio by discussing our favourite sporting moments of 2025, and we cannot do it without you. So give us a call or drop us a WhatsApp message on... Do you know the number, Parts?
No.
Oh, I thought by the amount of times we've said this number...
I never even focus when you're talking about the number. I'm actually trying to think of other things.
I've literally...
Like corruption and stuff.
It's Christmas.
Seeing if Ross is alive. Yeah,
it's Christmas. Yeah, 03717 223344. The Christmas cheer is on the way.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pitodry on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany, always a tough place to go to.
Oh, it's definitely Christmas. Welcome to the Final Word phone in here on talkSPORT with me, Majestic. Alongside me, the former Newcastle boss and Crystal Palace boss, Alan Pardew, as I stub my thumb on the microphone, moving it around. And right now, we're the only place on national radio taking your calls. So keep your calls coming into us, 03717 2234. Soon, I am legally contracted to talk about Spurs.
Yes.
Where home games are now becoming farcical, and why Daniel Farker will be looking forward to his Christmas celebrations. Yeah, it's good to get into tonight. But now it's time for the quiz that divides more people than Brussels sprouts. The mystery footballer song
good
quiz.
Line.
It's simple to play, as all you need to do, tell us which famous footballer is linked to these 4 songs.
Yeah, I don't even know why he added that, because it's Christmas.
Splashed the budget, didn't we?
Jesus.
Remember, it could be the club he's played for, a nickname, or even a spooky story he told us about.
This is going to throw a few people now.
So DJ Kitch, or Run the Rhythm, Rude Boy.
Rude Boy.
Great song. You know what it is?
I'm thinking, my brain's like, it is working, but there's nothing coming out of my mouth.
Massive Attack, Unfinished Symphony.
Exactly what I thought.
Unfinished Sympathy, sorry.
Symphony.
No, Sympathy.
Was it?
Yeah. The Libertines, Can't Stand Me Now. Big tune, Ian Jury and the Blockheads. Love a bit of Ian Jury and the Blockheads.
Hit me. Something strange
And Ghostbusters. If only spoke about ghosts this season.
Great movie, by the way. Good Christmas movie for the kids. Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
First one.
Definitely. Would you prefer Ghostbusters 1 or 2?
Only 1.
Really?
All day.
Ghostbusters 2 with what was the guy's name who was in the painting?
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
What painting?
It was in the what happened in Ghostbusters 2? Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen Ghostbusters, is the lady that works at an art gallery with that crazy little man who worships the sort of monster in the picture. And he's like an old warlord.
Yes,
It
I
gives
do
you V.
vaguely remember, but I can't think who that was.
And I tell you what, probably for the last 10, only in the last 10 years, I've made peace with it. It scared me so much as a child.
No.
When at night time the baby crawls out onto the high-rise building, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And he comes along dressed as a nanny, and his arm reaches out and snatches the bear. It's horrible. Scared me so much I used to have nightmares about it. Anyway,
Ghostbusters 1.
Massive Attack, Unfinished Sympathy. Libertines Can't Stand Me Now, Ian Jury and the Blockheads, and Ghostbusters. If you think you know the answer to the mystery football quiz,
Marshmallow Man.
Brilliant. Text 81089 or WhatsApp for free on 03 717 22 3344. Right now, before we talk about my favourite sporting moments of 2025, following a 2-1 home win for Aston Villa against Man United, talkSPORT's Alex Cook spoke with the Man U boss, Ruben Amorim, after his defeat against Villa.
We were the better team today. If you take the first minutes of the game, we were the better team. With all the issues that we have, we show great character. I think we have been consistent in the way we create chances. We dominate games. We were good on the ball today. 2 great moments from one very good player, I think, decide the game. But we need to now to use all the things, the good things, trying to improve the bad things and go for the next game.
That was Ruben Amorim speaking to Crookie after their loss at Villa Park. Now let's hear from the other side with Aston Villa gaffer Unai Emery, who asked if they are in a title race.
Today we were playing the day 17. Wow. The day 38, still 6 months to finish the season for 5 months. And when we are in the day 34, we are going to speak again about where we are.
Marco Bissot.
He does do some strange interviews.
No, but he's saying we're in game 17.
I know what he's talking about.
But you're not having it. You're not having it.
No,
he's like, oh, badge.
But his interviews are a little bit weird. Sometimes I can't understand him, and he goes off on a tangent, etc., etc. But whatever he does on the training ground is absolutely brilliant. And the message he puts to his players, as I said to you today, Amorim talking about they were the best team. I would say they were they were the better offensive side, i.e., taking the game to Villa and pressing, etc., etc. I thought there's some really good stuff. But Villa's game plan was a little bit more chess-like, and at the end of the day, they weren't the better teams. They got beat 2-1.
It was because, you know, it was interesting, like you said before, Man United were able to play out the back so they can start developing their play. The time they got into the midfield, that's when Aston Villa pressed them and utilised that space in front of them. Because that's, I think, sometimes when you press so high up the field, there's no space in behind. And I've often felt that with Spurs, and we're going to speak about Spurs, in recent times, is we don't give ourselves any room in behind teams. There's nowhere to run into space.
Yeah, but also, let me tell you why it's a good tactic. Because when you're playing, like he's saying, game after game after game after game after game, you can't keep pressing.
No.
You've got to have a game now and again where you just go, right, give the boys a little bit of a rest from that, and let's just tactically do something different and save your legs a little bit. And when you've got Tailman's in there and John and everybody, you know, that's not a bad tactic to have, and I thought it worked well for them today.
Right, before Pardew and I discuss our favourite moments, let's hear some of the great football moments in 2025.
This is raw. This is what football is all about.
With a header, and he scored! It's Dan Brown who scores, and Newcastle United have won the Carabao Cup.
The manager, his staff, the players, they've given us fans a day we'll never forget.
Ball inside the area, Eza! The penalty, Eza! Crystal Palace win the FA Cup for the very
first time.
It doesn't matter about all the bad times that you have. It doesn't matter when it comes to this.
17 years without a major trophy.
I'll correct myself. I don't usually win things. I always win things.
It's glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. The Europa League is theirs. Here comes Chloe Kelly. Shot. Oh my goodness! These legendary Lionesses are the winners of Euro 2025.
The full-time whistle has just gone and the Premier League title is coming back to Anfield after a 5-year absence. Been a quite incredible season for Liverpool and those players.
And that is just some of the highlights of 2025 in footballing terms. We didn't even have the under-21s winning in there.
No.
And that's how much amazing stuff's happened this year in the world of football. Pards, favourite sort of footballing moment of 2025?
Well, it's obvious for me. I mean, the two of the best groups of supporters finally got their triumph.
What, Spurs and...
Not Spurs. No, I'm talking about Spurs, because Spurs have had triumphs before. Newcastle waited a lot longer, and Crystal Palace 93 years, I think. And I was especially pleased that hoodoo has gone from those two clubs, and they can now look forward, quite relaxed going into all the other competitions. And obviously, the Charity Shield was secured by Palace, beat Manchester City and Liverpool in the finals. Incredible.
Yeah.
But a little mention for Joel Ward, who was the only player who actually was in my cup final side.
Yeah.
And obviously ended up winning it.
He had an emotional farewell, didn't it? So
it was brilliant, yeah. And he's such a great guy. So big shout out to Joel and his family. Top man.
And of course, for me, it's going to be one thing. I knew Bilbao back in May. Big Ange. He'll forever be a legend for what he did.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can't not give him the props. But it was interesting.
You know what I thought was good this week? The Van der Ven interview.
I was literally about to bring that up.
Yeah. Where he kind of like put a sort of flag in the sand, a bit like Souness did in Turkey that year. You know, he just sort of plunked the flag in the middle of the pitch for Ange to say, you know, actually he saved us. He didn't want us to play. We was pushing him to play in league games, and he didn't want to play us. And you know, he was focusing on Europa League. I mean, I still think that league campaign was awful, but he did sacrifice it towards the end a little bit to win the cup, and that was understandable.
But again, that does come back to the argument of if you're told in a job, I want top 4 and I want a trophy, you get both of them things. If you see a way of going, I can get top 4 here and a trophy, that's pretty clever.
What do you mean top 4?
Well, sorry. So
top 4? We talking about?
No. His
bottom 4.
All right, it was bottom 4. His remit would have been, you need to get into the Champions League
or win a cup.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't have been his remit. No way. At Spurs.
No. Like they want a trophy more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah, you want a trophy.
But we want Champions League football.
Yeah, we want European football.
Yeah, but definitely Champions League.
Yeah,
he got both of those. And clearly, now Van der Ven's come out and said like
there was only one route to the Champions League.
Yeah,
of course.
But when you see that one route, you're like, surely that's just being intelligent.
Yeah. Okay.
And
no, it was. That was. I mean, obviously, I don't think any other manager would have done it any differently, if I'm honest, in that situation. But he'd got himself in that position because of his league form.
Mm.
So, listen, as I said, I thought he did a lot of things that I couldn't quite work out.
He did, even with the fans and stuff. He did. That's what
I still can't get over that game. Was it Chelsea when you went down to 9 men and you were still high pressing?
That was in the first season.
I still.
That's when he come out with the interviews. Who we are, mate.
Yeah, that just didn't fit well with me, that game.
So yeah, that's mine. I want to say a big hello to MC Kai, another fellow brethren of the UK Garage fraternity. He was on the microphone.
Spurs fans, I take it.
He's a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
He was on the microphone for me yesterday alongside CKP.
Is there any Arsenal DJs that you know?
Oh, there's loads.
Give me one.
Arsenal, Joel Corey.
Yeah?
Yeah, big Arsenal fan.
Mates?
Yeah, good mates.
Good.
And CKP, who also was on the mic for me last night, he's Chelsea. Okay. So we had Tottenham on one side and Chelsea on the other. So a big shout out to MC Kai and to his son Henry and his friend James. They're locked on right now. And their favourite moment of 2025, of course, was Spurs winning in Bilbao. Right, we want to hear from you. Your best moments of 2025. Call us.
Was that a good party town? Was it good after? Or did you, straight home?
I watched it at the Spurs Stadium because I wanted to go with the kids.
Yeah, of course you did, yeah.
What's your best moment of 2025? 03717 2233 44. We'll hear from you next on The Final Word. Massive Attack, Unfinished Sympathy, Into Libertines, Can't Stand Me Now.
Hit me with your rhythm
The Enjoy and the Blockheads.
Hit me, je t'adore, ich liebe dich. Hit me,
And then finally,
something strange.
the Ghostbusters theme tune by, what's his name again who made it? Ray Parker Jr. That's exactly it.
Sounds like a boxer.
It does.
Ray Parker
Jr.
Welterweight champion of the world.
Ray Parker Jr. If you know the mystery footballer is, text 81089 or WhatsApp 03717223344. Right, let's quickly, before we go back to the calls, let's head to Ali Pali for a PDC World Darts Championship update from talkSPORT's Mark Wilson.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Martin Schindler safely through to the third round. He's just been Keane Barry 3-0. It sounded pretty straightforward. It was anything but. Every set went to a deciding leg, and Schindler won all the key legs to win it by 3-0. He goes through to take on Ryan Searle. Up now, former world champion Gerwyn Price. He's in a spot of bother, taking on the Dutchman Wesley Plazier. Plazier's taking out the opening set in a race to 3. It's live right now over on talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT app. It's Gerwyn Price 0, Wesley Plazier 1.
PDC World Darts Championship update on talkSPORT with Village Hotels. Hit the bullseye this New Year's Eve. Party at one of our New Year's Eve events. 34 locations across the UK. Find out more at villagehotels.com.
Thank you very much. 03717 22 3344. My favourite time of 2025 is still yet to come because there's still time. That's from Antoine.
Well, there is still a little, a couple of weeks to go. Just going back to the darts there, because obviously Gerwyn Price, the bouncer from Wales, was getting beat by the Dutchman.
Yeah.
And I had that brief spell as a manager in Holland.
In the Netherlands?
During COVID, or just before COVID, literally as it was about to hit. And I couldn't believe it. First day I went down to the training ground, they were all playing darts, the whole team. Like, I'm talking about 8 of the senior players. They love darts in Holland. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Big darts crowd, the Dutch.
Yeah.
They love to have crazy parties and darts.
Yes.
That's how they decide their nights out. They throw darts at a dartboard and pick. There's been a goal in the Morocco game. Let's go to the Moose.
I bet Morocco got it.
You're right, Matt. Morocco 1, Comoros 0. It's been all Morocco in the second half. They've upped the energy and the tempo, and this goal was made in Manchester. Well, sort of, really. Brahim Diaz has scored the goal. He learnt his career at Manchester City's academy, now plays, of course, in Spain, and it was created by Mazraoui. Mazraoui down the right-hand side after Amrabat had initially played the ball across. Mazraoui squared it, and there was Diaz in and around the penalty spot to sweep it home with his right foot. The goal's been coming, and it's been created by 3 players who in their past or present have had a link to Manchester. It's Morocco 1, Comoros 0.
Come on, the Morocco. That's what they're saying in Manchester tonight. Come on, the Morocco.
Oh, I'd make them favourites, actually.
They got to be there.
They were good, weren't they, last World Cup?
Oh, yeah, they were really good.
Yeah.
03717 22 3344 is the number to call. Guess who's joining us? Been a while.
Go on.
Gurinder.
Wow.
How are we, Gurinder?
I'm good, thank you. How are you two?
It's been a while.
No, I've just been a pig, right? I finished work and I thought, what am I going to eat? So I went to a Toby Carvery and I know Christmas is coming up. We still celebrate
El Clasico, the old carvery, innit? I tell you what, did you have any stuffing at the carvery?
Did I have any stuffing?
Stuffing. Yeah, I tell you, got stuffing yesterday. It was Leicester, wasn't it?
You know what?
Got a right stuffing.
I'm not angry anymore. I laughed it off. I mean, I thought I had a good feeling after the last few results.
I know.
But I have to be realistic, right? We're rubbish in the Championship. We can't go up. If we go up, we're just going to be a joke again. So I think it's stay in this for a couple of years, get rid of Vestergaard and Chowdhury. In fact, most of them. the only and Skip.
Oh God!
I don't know what's happening with Winks though. I'm a little bit like, what is going on with Winks?
Well, what's happened to Winksy?
He's not playing. He's not. Something's something's happening in the background.
Oh.
Last couple of games, I think there's a bit of
bit of bad feeling with him and the manager, maybe.
You wanted to talk about Man City and Arsenal, though, didn't you, Gurinder?
Yeah. Do you know something? Right at the start of the season, I bet Man City to win. Arsenal are going to bottle it again. Their last, look at Wolves. How rubbish were they?
Still won though. Still won.
Sorry?
They still won though, didn't they?
They won, but it's just a narrow win. I mean, look at Man City. They're going for it. They're going to do it, and he will be sacked, Arteta. I'm telling you. He's just all. I really feel Man City are going to do it.
Gurinder, when she has an opinion, Madge, she has an opinion. There's no doubt about it. She's right out there with it.
She's not going to beat around the bush.
Take that.
She's had her carvery. She wants to say what she wants to say, and that's it, Gurinder.
Yeah, can I just say, right, the only good thing about Leicester is Fataru. I love him. I'm going to give him a big hug. Did you see the goal, the 70-yard goal?
Yes.
I mean,
that was an amazing goal.
Of the season.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think, even in the Premier League, there's nothing that beats that.
That definitely has got a chance of being goal of the season. Yeah, terrific.
Reed was good, but that is just, oh my God, that's fantastic. That is.
Gurinder, did you have meat at the Toby Carvery?
Yeah, I love gammon, and I had a bit. I was big right pig. I'm like, could you just give me a bit of extra gammon, please? And then I said, lamb, and he's like, oh, I can only give you a tiny
Sounds
bit
like
of lamb.
Corinda's had a Prosecco as well, to me. Did you have some Prosecco, Corinda?
I was driving. I'm usually very optimistic, you know.
Gorinda, thank you for calling. It's great to hear from you. That's Gorinda there. She's had a Toby Carvery and she thinks that Arsenal will bottle it.
You know, let me tell you something else about Gorinda. I mean, if you're the husband and you put some wallpaper up and you go like, what do you think? You're going to, you know, she's going to say, that ain't
wonky.
Right. That's definitely not
Get
true.
that down.
Get it down now.
Get it down.
Yeah.
Right, Nottingham Forest travel to Fulham tomorrow in the Premier League, live on talkSPORT.
Big game, big game.
And Celebrity Forest supporter comedian Matt Ford's brilliant new podcast, How to Win the World Cup, is now available via the talkSPORT app. This week he's joined by World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit.
Wow.
But coming up next, we have the final word on all the weekend's actions. It's Imagine Pards.
$26K for 2026 on talkSPORT.
That's right, at talkSPORT, we're welcoming the new year by giving away a massive £26,000. What better way to kick off 2026 than with a chance to win some serious cash? Yep, 26 grand. It's our biggest New Year cash giveaway, and it could be yours. Here's how to enter your chance to win. Text the word WIN to 83338. That's 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 423 9761, and lines close 12 p.m. 9th of January 2026. That's when you need to answer your phone if it rings. UK residents 18 plus only. This is a network promotion. Falls T's and C's at talksport.com/win. So for your chance to win, text that word to 83338. Good luck. Right. Keep your messages coming in about your favourite sporting moments of 2025, because we'll go through those and who you think the mystery footballer is on WhatsApp 03717 223344. Another set win for Plazia there. We're watching the darts in the studio. The big man's on fire, isn't he? Right. It's now time to turn our attention to some of the weekend's other games. And home definitely isn't where the heart is, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, as Spurs lose 2-1 against Liverpool. Now, first and foremost, Pards, I wasn't there.
No, I heard you took an event elsewhere out of sort of delusionment with your team.
Well, when the offer came in, 20th of December, okay, cool, let's get Coco in London. Great venue. Used to be the Camden Palais.
Okay. I know Camden Palais.
Garage Nation, which is, the music that I grew up and come from, I loved. It's a very...
Your soul. It's in your soul.
It's in my soul. It's where I come from. And I was like, okay. Oh, Spurs are playing Liverpool, big game. Got 2 season tickets.
Not like you, mate.
I know, I never miss a game.
Who went, your dad and your boy?
Nope. I gave my tickets to some friends.
Okay. And you're allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I know I'm being horrible, but you are allowed to do that. Oh.
In the executive bit you are.
Right.
Yeah, without sounding like it. Well, in the prawn sandwiches you are. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Anyway, I was like, we're playing Liverpool, we're going to lose. Mate, we play Fulham, we lose. So we're playing Liverpool, we're going to lose. So this is the feeling now amongst a lot of Spurs fans. They don't bother going. A lot of fans are not going to the ground because they just know what's going to happen. And you know what? Imagine on the sports bar weekend of that Arsenal fan phoning up about the dross that's being served up. Mate, you want to see the dross over the Spurs stadium. Because it's bad. Let's get into it. Isaac suffers a serious-looking low leg injury after scoring. And Spurs end with 9 men. We've got to start with the Xavi Simons. Sent off after 33 minutes for a serious foul play on his international captain, Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Silly.
Well, I don't know where I sit with it, because at first I thought, it's just a clumsy, stupid attacker's tackle. And then when I see it slow motion, you know what it's like, and he's so far away from the ball, you're thinking, did he want to leave a little bit on him? And but it's his captain, it's the Holland situation. I don't know. Whatever way it was, unfortunately, I thought the officials got it right. I thought he had to go.
I agree.
Yeah.
About 33 minutes in, against an already difficult opposition.
Of course.
It's going to be difficult. And then Romero gets a red card in 93rd minute.
Oh, a second yellow, wasn't it?
Second yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was his 7th yellow of the season or something.
Well, I said to you before about him.
He's reckless. And I defended him, saying actually, since the captaincy, he's got a little bit more sort of sensible.
He's a World Cup winner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Argentinian background, they've got that fire in their belly, right?
Like a Martinez.
And I had Colaccini and Gautier is up at Newcastle, and Tevez and Mascherano. Yeah. They all got that in them, that firiness in them. And it comes out now and again, unfortunately for him. And I think it was actually a bad challenge on him. He reacted and he got sent off. By the way, Liverpool weren't very good. You could have easily got something out of that game, couldn't you? Which is bizarre.
That's the frustrating thing.
Yeah.
Richarlison, bless him, just scores pointless goals. He just scores pointless goals.
No, I see that some Arsenal fan done some joke on, I'd see on TikTok or something.
But that's our 5th home loss.
At least he didn't do a lap of honour when he scored, like he normally does. Got the ball.
The 5th home loss of this season, 11 home defeats in 2025. It's bad reading, Pards. It's so bad.
One major incident we haven't talked about is Isaac's goal, which obviously Wirtz has hit him with a lovely little pass on the inside of the centre half. And Van der Ven's had to come and do a desperate lunge to try and stop the goal. Not malicious, but it was desperate. And Isaac got that terrible injury. Fingers crossed for him. Because you know what, you don't want anyone to see a bad injury, and it didn't look good on the pitch. Fingers crossed for him.
At the moment, I just don't know what Spurs need to do, even if it is in the January transfer market and window, who comes in. Everyone's being linked with Semenyo now, which is annoying. And obviously, Bournemouth knew something in the summer by when they put a release clause in the already existing contract. Or signed a new contract, one of the two.
Yeah.
Signed a new contract with a release clause in. Because right now, it feels like every single team that's worth something are in for him.
Yeah, all the big clubs are in. There's no doubt about that. And I can guarantee that for you. The financials for the player are going to be met, no problem. It's just about where the player would like to play his football.
Desire.
Yeah, where his heart is going to lie. Does he want to be the main man at Spurs, like a really big fish? And let's be honest, in a mid-sized pool, or does he want to go into a really, really big pool of great players like Man City and fight for his place? And I think when you look at his development and the age that he's at, I hope he goes to somewhere where he's going to definitely play. I think Spurs will be a good venue for him. And I understand. I don't understand what their offer is to Semenyo, but I do know from a couple of agents that I spoke to that Spurs are looking to buy.
Interesting.
And they've moved some restrictions that they've had in the past have gone away.
Daniel Levy?
Well, no, I wouldn't say Daniel Levy. I'm just saying a couple of sort of sticking points with Daniel in terms of getting the deal over the line. They've gone out the window now.
Wage structure.
Agent payments and,
Oh, yeah,
there and everywhere. So I think there's some good news to come for Spurs in this window with this new regime. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, interesting.
You never know where it's completely correct, but that's the noises.
Do you know what's really hard, Pards, is when you go to football as a fan, knowing you're not going to enjoy it. And that's what it is going to Spurs at the moment. So unenjoyable.
I mean, the home form is just like so difficult. And for the manager to kind of like talk your way out of a game, at the end when you've got all that press to do, what have you got, like 35 minutes of non-stop talking to the written press, to the world media, to world TV, the same excuse, the same, we're trying, it's a process, blah, blah, blah. And until the music stops, and Thomas Frank is nowhere near there, by the way, because I'm a big fan of Thomas Frank, but he needs some results, particularly at home, and that's where Spurs are.
And that's the thing. The calendar year for Spurs is bleak, Pards.
Yeah, look at that league table.
The numbers,
I showed you that. It's not always sometimes good to look at a calendar year. Because that's the back end of last year. Because the back end of last year, you talk to Liverpool fans, and they'll tell you the back end of last year they weren't at their best, and they've carried it through into this year. Whereas some of the teams have been terrific, like Manchester City are top of that league for the calendar year with Arsenal. Both got 77 points in the calendar year. But when you look down the bottom, it really is alarming because obviously you've got 3 teams promoted and 3 teams relegated. So forget them. 17th place is Wolves, which you would understand. They've only got 28 points. Then it's West Ham, which is a bit of a worry. And then it's Spurs. So the Hammers got 33 points in 36 games. And Spurs got a point a game, 36 points in 36 games over the calendar year. And that, I'm afraid, is not a good stat. So, I think we got to say that we need a better calendar year out of Spurs, 100%.
But how do we do that other than the January transfer window? How did he galvanise the team?
Well, it does sometimes, and I did it at Newcastle, you can have a window where 2 or 3 players resurrects your season. Like, they just give you a lift. The year we put in Sissoko into our team at Newcastle, and a couple of others, Wange, who come in at centre-back, it made us so much stronger, and that's what you need. You need a window like that. You definitely need 2 or 3. Whether that is going to happen, because it's not so much the finance. You need that, of course, but you also need a bit of luck, and with the opposing teams, the selling club. Can they get a replacement, etc., etc. So there's a lot of things need to fall your way.
Let's talk about your former club, Newcastle. They started really well against Chelsea, 2 goals up. Making up for that mistake in the derby from the weekend before.
Yeah, I was pleased for him, yeah.
But Chelsea came back from 2 goals down after Nick Voltermaid put Newcastle into an early lead. Reece James and Jean Pedro equalised in the second half. Let's go. Enzo Maresca is making some strange comments lately, recently, including links to Manchester City.
Well, no, it was kind of leaked, whether probably by Mendes' agent, that the Man City job would be of interest. And that got leaked to the paper for some bizarre reason, because obviously it put pressure on himself with those comments that he'd made just 14 days ago when he was saying about, the people are not backing me. And I think it was an important result for him. Really, really was. And I see some written reports saying, the players answered the question. They're right behind the manager. And he did get a response, and I think that's a big sign. But it still might not be enough. He needs to really, really be careful now in the press and with that playing staff, because I think he's on thin ice, that Maresco. So let's wait and see.
Absolutely. And in terms of Chelsea, in finishing up this season, where do you think a good season is for them?
Champions League.
Champions League only?
I think that'll be a good season for Chelsea.
Yeah, what a top 4 finish against that Champions League places.
Yeah. They've still got a bit to do. There's still a lot of competition in there. We got the Villa, Arsenal, Man City starting to get a little cushion, and you've got Liverpool. So it's that 4th place is going to be very, very difficult.
Let me ask you something quickly, right? Just to wrap up this section. You're Semenyo's agent. He's 25, I think.
Yeah.
Who do you advise him to go to?
Well, when I look at Spurs and you got Kudus on one side and you got, that left-hand side, I think that's a big hole. If I was Spurs, I would go the extra mile. And if I was Semenyo, I think he would get the kind of attention and love that I think that player needs. I think he's a player that needs to be loved. When I've seen him play, he's not a fighter. He's like he's just a really good citizen. He's got a lot of armoury. So I think Spurs would be a good shout for him.
Yeah, whether or not.
There you go.
Whether or not he would want to come, that's another question. Yeah, brilliant. 03717 22 3344 is the number to call here on talkSPORT. The African Cup of Nations has already started, and Morocco are taking on Comoros. And here's talkSPORT's Ian Abrams, aka The Moose, for the latest.
And it's Morocco 2, Comoros 0. What a goal. The second goal was by Morocco. Ball played over the top from the left-hand side to Aib El Karbi, 12 yards out. A fantastic bicycle kick by the man who plays his club football at Olympiacos. It was absolutely brilliant, and it was perfect into the corner of the net. Since then, Morocco have also brought on Youssef El Naziri, so they fancy a few more goals maybe in the pouring rain in the last quarter of an hour of the game. But what a second goal by El Karbi, and it certainly put the game beyond doubt now. Morocco will win this opener against Comoros. It's Morocco 2, Comoros 0, quarter of an hour to go.
Thank you very much, Moose. Pards is absolutely gripped to the darts in the studio. So we'll keep you updated on that. Still to come before we hand over the baton to the brilliant Trans Europe Express, we reveal who our mystery footballer is, and we discuss that fight, Jake Paul against AJ.
Dear.
That's all to come on The Final Word. Right, before we get back to calls, let's go straight to Ali Pali for a PDC World Dance Championship update from talkSPORT's Mark Wilson.
Yeah, there's been a big upset here, guys. Going Price, the 2021 champion, has been dumped out in round 2 by the Dutchman Wesley Plaisir, who won all 3 sets. An outstanding performance from Plaisir. He averaged over 94. He's electric on his doubles, hit 9 of 16. Price had 2 darts to win the 3rd set and take it to a 4th, but he missed his double, and Plaisir stepped in to hit double 10. Biggest upset of the tournament so far. Games continue tonight live on talkSPORT 2, but Going Price is out. He's lost to Wesley Plaisir by 3 sets to 0.
PDC World Darts Championship update on talkSPORT with Village Hotels. Hit the bullseye this New Year's Eve. Party at one of our New Year's Eve events. 34 locations across the UK. Find out more at villagehotels.com.
Massive Attack, Unfinished Sympathy. Hard like this tune. The Libertines, Can't Stand Me Now.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Ian Jury and the Blockheads.
Je t'adore, ich liebe dich. Hit me, hit me, hit me. Something
And
strange.
Ghostbusters, the 4 tunes.
We haven't really given out many clues, really, have we?
No.
Have we got anyone that's got it?
They have.
Ah, well, they've done well, I think.
I think the Ian was the giveaway. And the ghosts, because we said he only spoke about ghosts. And the correct answer, of course, Pards, was?
Well, sir, in my opinion, Ian Holloway.
Friend of the show, Ian.
Fantastic.
First person who got it right was Guy in Worcester. First time he's played the quiz, and he got it right. And Laura, the Liverpool fan, got it right as well. Big shout to Laura.
Well done.
She said Merry Christmas as well. Don't forget, tomorrow night, your team, Pards, Fulham taking on Nottingham Forest.
Big game.
In a talkSPORT exclusive, presented by the GOAT. Adrian Durham's there. The GOAT Meister General's there. And commentary from Sam Matterface and former England midfielder Danny Murphy, who's, of course, a former Fulham midfielder as well. Predictions for the score?
I think it'll be a draw.
Oh, nice.
That's what you call sitting on the fence, isn't it? But I just don't. I don't know, Fulham. I'm a bit worried about Fulham at the moment.
I'm just looking at our running order, yeah, right.
Go on.
But final topics. Talk about Jake Paul and AJ, right? Are these not in the gallery on holiday already? What about our moments of 2025? We've asked the public their moments. We've asked them where they're from. It's not in the gallery already down the pub. What's going on? Hey?
They need to focus.
They wanted a couple of babies.
They need to focus. You know, like that's the problem, mate. Sometimes it's your backroom staff, and I've had this as a manager. Your backroom staff start letting you down, but it's you who's got to face the press. It's us. It's the public out there listening to me and you. We need the backup, but to be sound, mate, strong.
You know,
we'll have to make changes.
There'll be a lot of changes, I think.
Yeah, make changes. Yeah.
I'm going to have to do it myself and have a look through. People are loving the fact that you make your Brussels and your potatoes. Lots of people talking about that. People all over the world listening. We've got someone in Canada here as well. I'm just flicking through Georgia, USA, Herne Bay. We got Brand.
We come back to the last calendar year, though. Rory McIlroy bringing up Sports Personality of the Year, which I thought was deserved. Well done, Rory. He carried the flag for us at the Masters and also the Ryder Cup. Brilliant.
He's
and
from,
of course,
from my mother's place as well, or an Irish.
Well, of course, he's Irish. But that other
Northern Irish.
I've got to give a shout out to Lando Norris.
Yeah,
who was my my young superstar of the year.
Speaking of young superstars, Jake Paul and AJ.
Well, I never watched the fight because I refused to back, even though it wasn't a pay-per-view thing. It was Netflix, right?
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
I refused to watch it just out of the principle, really. But of course, you can't get away from the highlights.
No.
And that's how they sell these things now. So I see it, some TikTok, it just come up, there it was, and I see the last right-hander where it looked like he...
the only right-hander.
The broken jaw thing. And I see all the Charlie Chaplin clips of him running away, hiding behind the referee from that famous film, and stuff like that. But it was a poor show, wasn't it? Full stop.
Terrible.
You're the boxing man. Come on.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like, yeah, okay, you always say, anyone who gets in the ring with someone, yeah, you respect them because that's brave. And I respect Jake Paul's business hustle and what he's done.
His business hustle, eh?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. What you know, he has literally manifested into reality a boxing match with AJ.
Yeah.
AJ's a gold medalist.
And it was his brother, actually, who started this whole process, didn't he? And now he's, he's
AJ's a two-time heavyweight champion of the world and a gold medalist in the heavyweight division. It's insane that he even got in there with him. What I would like to see, and I know AJ, and AJ's a good guy, is that purse that he got last night.
£37 million, I was told.
£37 million?
Just to AJ.
Okay, just to AJ.
Yep.
Then I'm saying 7 mil of that minimum. Go around the country in the UK and go to some, privileged areas. And go, bang, there's a boxing gym with facilities and stuff.
Well, that's a nice idea. I mean, maybe we should put that to AJ's team. I mean, AJ, I have to say, I think is a proper citizen. As a person, I think he's a good guy. And I can understand why he took the fight because it was so heavily financed. It was ridiculous to turn down, actually.
No one is saying to AJ turn that fight down, but it is very silly. But like I said, I like the idea that he's gone into that world, proved a point, said this is silly. I'm going to take your money, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back into boxing over here. Because I know AJ's story in terms of how, Finchley Boxing Gym, etc., and all of those places helped him. And
all those boxing gyms always seem to struggle for cash, don't they? They're always searching for some sort of charity or some sort of gift to just keep going, just to tick over when they're looking after all those tough boys, keeping them off the streets,
and doing
trying to
incredible
get them on the straight and narrow.
And doing incredible jobs.
Yeah. That's without those who make it pro and that. I'm talking about just the discipline of boxing is great for young people.
Shout out to my good friend Victor Smith, of course, as well, who runs boxing gyms that help underprivileged people and people in the community. That's it for us for 2025.
Is that it?
Can you believe it? It's gone quick.
Wow.
Pardew has been brilliant as always. The talkSPORT Breakfast Show returns on Monday morning where Super Ali McCoy is alongside former Aston Villa forward Gabby Abonglaha. Well, if you need some music in your life, swipe across on talkSPORT app to the Virgin Radio Breakfast Show with Chris Evans.
All right, everybody.
The final word returns next Sunday without us.
Yeah, we're both away days.
Yeah. But next up is one of the best shows on radio. Is the brilliant Danny Kelly brings you the Transgym Express right here on talkSPORT.
And they'll be talking about Harry Kane.
They will
Pretty
be.
sure about that.
Absolutely. But for the final time of 2025, and of course before Christmas from me, Madge, and him, Pards.
It's a very, very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Sure.